Hi class 7, welcome back to your value education class, and we have already completed chapter 2. So today I'm going to discuss the question answers. Okay, now see, in page number 29, the questions which are given, it's almost like all you need to do is it's your own experience and your own sharing. Okay, so whatever I say, you may not agree with me or you may agree with me, but the instances which you have faced, I may not, or what I will say, it may not have happened in your life. So it completely depends on what you know and what has happened to you. In that sense only you need to write. Okay, still I am just going to explain it to you. First one, has there ever been an instance when you were treated unfairly? Tell the class what happened, how did you feel, what did you do? So there's no option of telling or sharing it in front of the classroom, but then what you can do, you can write it. So here, if ever you have been through any instance where you were treated unfairly, so there can be, so just write it down. And how did you feel? You felt comfortable or it was quite difficult for you to deal with that situation? And what did you do when it was like uh, something which came unexpected, which was unexpected for you and it was unfair? Then during that situation, did you accept it, or you moved forward and you approached to that person, or what you did? That you have to write. Okay, next, what do you do when you see someone being treated unfairly? See, in that class also I told you, no, when we see someone being treated unfairly, it is our foremost duty to protect that person, no matter I know that person or not. So when we see someone who is treated unfairly, I should move forward, I should speak to them and try to solve out the situation, or the find out the reason of this unfair treatment, and try to solve the situation or the circumstances that I'm finding out. I should try to make that person come out of that situation or circumstances. Okay, now, have you ever treated anyone unfairly? What made you do it? It can happen in your life also. You may have treated someone unfairly. At home you have done, or maybe in the school with your friends it has happened. So at any point of time, see, it's very obvious that we all have done this. We have treated someone unfairly, unknowingly or unwillingly. And during that situation, what made you do it? Maybe due to anger, or maybe you didn't like that person, or maybe uh, to take some revenge. Can happen, but it's actually not the way of doing it. We shouldn't do that, but still you have to mention it. What have you ever done this? Then what you have done? Okay, and what made you do that? Fairness requires you to treat people equally. So give examples of equal and unequal treatment. See, unequal treatment, that day I told you, like if your teacher, um, she finds that you and your friend both are coming late, but you stay near, so you are punished, and she stays far away, so she is not punished. She is not punished. So in that situation, that is unfair, right? It's not done actually. If I am to give punishment to both, I have to give to both. If it is like you are coming to school late, even if it is 1 minute late, no matter you stay near or far, you are late, right? So the rule should be same for both of you, right? I cannot be unfair, like I cannot treat but I cannot be biased of someone, right? So this can be unequal treatment. An example of equal treatment, you can say, like see, your mama asked you to buy some presents for your friends for your birthday, written gift. Now what you do, you have your best friends, right? We all have. So instead, thinking in this way that let me purchase something very precious for my best friend, and rest whatever I get in a low rate or cheap rate, I'll purchase that. Instead doing that, you purchase the same thing for your best friend as well as for your uh, classmates or the friends, those who are coming for your birthday party. So that is an equal treatment for everyone, and you are not biased. You treat them fairly. It's not unfair treatment. So these two examples I have given, you can write your own examples. If you treat others the way you want to be treated, you will never be unjust. Do you agree with this statement? See, if it comes to me, or when I need to answer this, I would always say I would prefer to speak to the person in a way I want that person to treat me in the same way, right? If I talk to you politely, I expect you also talk to me politely and gently. If I behave well, I expect you also will behave the same way as I am. So, and if I do that, I feel, oh, yes, there will be, like, the treatment will be fair. Hmm? Like, mm, say, suppose the way we talk to you all, we try our best. What we do, we try our best to be impartial, and uh, we try to behave well with each one of you, not only being biased by one student. We try to give you equal position, right? So in return, what you all do, you also love the teachers equally, right? So I feel, yes, of course, the way I want to be treated, I treat others. Now it depends how you are going to take it. Next, now all these questions till 1 to 5 you are going to write in the CW copy. Then after all these questions from page 30 to 33 you will be doing in the book itself. Let's start. Write 3 reasons that motivate you to be a fair person. Can be like, see, when you see someone who is being fair or being just and impartial, uh, he can deal the situation in a very uh, proper way, and that person is loved. Sometimes that person is loved by everyone. So you can write this: that person doesn't apply what do you call favoritism to, or play favoritism to his known ones. So in that sense, we can say that mm, that person, the person who is actually treating others equally, is loved by them equally. So it depends on you how you take it, how you are going to write, or what motivates you to be a fair person. That is absolutely your choice. Write 3 points. Now decide whether the following situations are fair or not. Write why for yes and for no. Give reasons for your choice. It's absolutely depending on you. Still, let me just check. The coach doesn't like a player. He excludes her from the team before an important match, though she is good at the game. I would say, of course, this is not a fair situation, right? So it's no. Reason being, if she is a good player, she is supposed to be in the team, no matter the coach likes or not, right? Next, your friend tells you that one of your classmates is a liar. You believe what your friend says and stop talking to that person. No, because my friend says, but I have never witnessed that. I also need to check, no, whether my friend is lying or not, is a liar or not. All of a sudden somebody will come and tell me, and I will rely on that and won't just judge the thing. I cannot do. I need to observe, I need to check, right? Your teacher punishes your friend for being late but excuses you because you live far away. So the same thing that day I was discussing, today I just changed the names, so you know the answer what you are going to write. You have been asked to buy gifts for all your classmates. You pick expensive gifts for your friends and cheap ones for the others. Again, no, both no, and you know your answer. We have already discussed. You refuse to share your notes and make excuses when your friends request you to lend them to him or her. So it's again no. When somebody is in need, you need to go and help that person. That is what you learn in your school, at your home. So it's your foremost duty to help that person and never move back, right? So when somebody is in need, you move forward, lend your hand, help that person. Next, read the situation, answer the question that follow. Asim has got A grade. He wants to join the best school in his city, but finds out that the school only admits students who have got A plus grade. Asim meets the principal, who decides to relax the rule just for him because he is a visually challenged student. Means he is having difficulty in his eyesight. Okay. So, do you think it was fair to treat Asim differently from the other candidates and why? I don't think. See, even if I am physically challenged, still I should be treated equally. It's not that I need sympathy, right? So being biased, I cannot change the rules and regulations of my school. So it depends on you how you take. You may not agree with me. You can say no, he should be given another chance. You can say this also, he should be given another chance, and you need to explain why you want, because he is visually challenged student. You can say that, I have no problem, but you need to explain what you stick on. Okay, think of a few more situations where it might be fair to give someone an advantage. Okay, now here the question comes, think of few situations where you can give advantage in a fair way. Like here means this topic where Asim, he is a challenged boy, the principal thinks of him and wants to give him one chance in his school, though he has scored A grade. So here you can say that it points on a positive, fair way they are giving it, because he is a challenged child. So he is being accepted in the school, though he has scored grade A instead of scoring grade A plus. So in that situation, he is given a chance and he is admitted to that school. Okay, because it's the best school in his city. So in that way also you can write. Okay, not a problem. Now again, it depends how you take it. If it is, you think that okay, it is fair enough, you take it. If you think no, it is not fair enough because of this reason, you write it. Okay, so here you find out some of the advantage, means a positive way of dealing some of the situation where we give advantage to those situations. Think and write. Next, sometimes it's important to separate your feelings from your actions. Imagine the following situations and fill in your responses. You are playing with your friends. One of them keeps changing the rules of his or her advantage. How I would feel? I won't feel good. And what I would do? Of course, I will talk to that person to not to change the rules and regulations frequently. One of your classmates refuses to include you in her circle because she doesn't think you are hip or cool enough. How would you feel? If you don't feel good, you have to write that. And what would you do? You need to speak to that person, or you need to show that person that no, you are quite good enough to be in that circle. Your teacher asks the class monitor to check everyone's uniform. You see her letting her friends off without a fine. It's not fair. It's unfair, right? So it's out of the rule also. So here you need to talk to the teacher. First you will talk to the friend. You will tell her, don't be biased of your friend's best friend and all. If she's not listening, talk to your teacher. Inform her. Next, put a star in the box if the statement is true. How many stars did you get? Let's see. I treat everyone fairly. You should. I consider all the facts before taking a decision. You should. I play fair and do not change the rules to my advantage. Again, star. Should. I do not take sides in an argument unless I am sure that I have seen the matter from everyone's point of view. Should be star. I speak up when I see someone being treated unfairly. It's again star. Okay. So in this way, you are going to write all the question and answers based on your own feelings and situations and the treatment that you have got, or you have treated others in that way. Where you feel that these situations, I can say advantage can be given, you can absolutely do that. Where you feel no, advantage cannot be given, you can absolutely do that. So it depends all on you how you write. Okay, write it down, send it to me, and then I'll correct it. Tata, bye bye.